All right, let's try this again. And just getting everything set the rest of the way up. Excuse me. And while I work on this, I'm going to watch a Horse Heresy battle report over here and paint here. All right. Hey, yo. Now we're going to finish up this banner because this is what we've got left for tonight. Hey, everybody. How you doing tonight? So, one thing that I need community feedback on. I'm going to be making a what's it called? Where did my graphics? Combat pack. I'm going to be making my own storyline for us to play out because the Games Workshop is great at a lot of things. They are not good at doing two things at once. Right now, they're doing great with tournament style play. That is not all that they need to do. So, I'm going to step in myself. What I'm figuring is I'll base it on Imperial Guard. The Imperial Guard will be the star characters, I guess you could say. And they will end up having to fight various chaos but I want it to be done in a friendly community way. Hey, how you doing? That's good. Thank you for being here tonight. So, does anybody have any ideas for a narrative campaign they would like to see? Awesome. Thank you very much. So, tonight got messed up. What we were supposed to be doing was getting this squad done painted, and then I was going to move on to more writing on my campaign, but children. So I am going to just get this done and then hang out for a while. So, what kind of fantasy or science fiction do you like? I am, of course, very into 40K and Horus Heresy. Very nice. So, I've got a phone stand that I have here. Let me show you my setup real quick. So, I've got my TV there, and I've got this phone stand that I just point my screen right here, my camera right down here. I've got a backup account that I have here so that I can see what's going on, and I use my cell phone to do it. Yep. And eventually, as I can afford to, I'm going to be building a table that's for my streaming for playing the game and showing what's going on around. Oh, yes. But that's probably going to be a couple years down the road. And part of the games will happen here in my house. Part of them will happen up at my shop. Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming in tonight. And get a little bit of Agrex Earthshade on the banner. One of the things that I do to get a little bit of extra cash is I do commissions. I don't think that I'm good enough to charge the prices that the bigger studios do, so I don't charge that much. Plus, it gets my plastic crack fix, and I don't get yelled at by my wife. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot the golden crown thingy. And that's all the gold. Now to finish off the silver. Hey, thank you for joining me tonight. How's your evening going? Huh. So, something that I just noticed about this banner, the three skulls in the back are all three headshots. This is why Space Marines, because usually the icons that they have, the bones, are made by or made of the skeletons of fallen Space Marines. So this is explicit proof that they need to wear their helmets. The stuff that gets into my head. I am going to shade the back of this cloth. No. I am going to... That is... There we go. You have prayers, my friend. I hope you get your stuff back, but in the case that you don't, I hope you're blessed 1,000-fold. It's kind of weird that they're making freaking movies out of Five Nights at Freddy's. But they made a TV show out of Fallout, so I mean, I guess I can't complain too much. So, one of the things that I've found that's a difference between Horus Heresy and Warhammer 40,000 that I'm very appreciative of, there are weapons in 40k that have no business being able to make damage. Against units that they are far weaker than. Like, I took one wound off an Imperial Knight with essentially a bayonet. And mind you, the squad that did the wounding then got stomped on by said Imperial Knight the next turn. But it's just like, there are things that should not be possible that are possible. But Heresy, I very much appreciate this. Heresy, you cannot do that. There's several reasons that I appreciate Heresy a bit more than I appreciate 40K. Because 40K in current iteration is very much a competitive game. Heresy is very much not a competitive game. It is a very much collaborative game. And you're both working, yeah, there's win and loss, but you and your opponent are working to tell a story. And I very much appreciate that aspect that 40K used to have and is sorely lacking. But that's what I'm going to do, or work to rectify with my data packet. Because in both of the games, and in different ways between the two games, you have Legacies of the Age of Darkness for Horus Heresy, and you have Legends in Warhammer 40,000. With 40K, if something gets sent to Legends, Legends are where kits go to die. Like, I'm still mad about when they started doing the plastic upgrades or refreshes for Horus Heresy. They said we would be able to use those kits in 40K for period. That lasted like 6 months. I bought this tank for 40K. I was not a Heresy player at the time. And now, without going to narrative games, I can't use that tank. And it's disappointing because that's a really cool model to put on the board. All the Heresy models are really cool models to put on the board. But I don't even know why. Because, I mean, you can't really blame, they just want to make more money. Because 40K is a much larger player base. And if they wanted to make more money, then allowing heresy models in 40K makes the more business sense because larger group, more models sold. But nope, can't do that. If I were to somehow become ridiculously wealthy, I'd just buy Games Workshop. I would fix the problems and I would be happy. But that's probably never going to happen. Hey, thank you for joining me tonight. How are you doing? See, the problem, kids don't get fat. The problem with getting fat is indigestion, among other things. So next year, I'm aiming to go to Las Vegas Open. It's the, or it was the largest tournament in the country. We'll see how it sets next year because people don't like change. They changed the date for Las Vegas Open. I cannot talk. It was in January. And they did it weird this year. They had the normal Las Vegas Open in January, and then they had another one in October instead of pretty much having 2 years between Las Vegas Opens. So the second one, which is now the permanent date, they had like 600 people at. So we'll see next year if LVO recovers. Hey everybody, thank you for joining me tonight. How are you doing? But if you're out there, feel free to chime in the comments. I am not particularly tied to any one topic of conversation. I'm just I'm new to streaming, so I'm trying to learn better how to talk and work on what I'm working on, because nobody likes tuning into a stream where it's just watching something random and no real conversation. So I'm learning as I go. See, what I wish I had, I've got my screen up here. I wish I could figure out, we'll go on a little side tangent. I'm wishing I had a way to put a little screen right there directly in my eyesight that I could put the comments on so that I can have my stuff right here and the comments directly in where I'm looking. Maybe I'll figure out how to do that one of these days, because I want to be a better host. I want to be able to make this as entertaining as it can be. Which gameplay will be better, but we'll just have to be patient to get there. Hey, Malachi, how you doing tonight? Oh, that's a great idea. Thank you. And I can get it on another YouTube account. More hours. All right. Thank you very much. These are gray knights. Here, let me grab this guy so that I can show you better. Oh, yes. Yeah, this is a little, dang it, what's the word? Consignment job. One of my buddies, he's using them as a, he uses them to go with his knight army. Because it's harder to get points with just the knights, so he uses a squad of these on the side to get points. But I will have this squad done tonight. Just need a few things, including finishing up the banner here. So, Ghost, what chapter do you play? Or what faction in general? Yeah, Grey Knights need a severe update. They got the partial update a little while back, but that was not nearly enough. Because these are old models, like really old. Oh, very nice. So, interesting factoid with the Custodes. They are usable in both Horus Heresy and 40k. I know this because my Horus Heresy Space Wolves army, they have Custodes. Let's not hit the power button while I'm putting this back on the stand. Yeah, and if you start a Custodes army, there's rumor that there's going to be updates to the resin models. Which I am desperately hoping for, because I need some of the tanks. And I need their Telemon Dreadnought to come to plastic, because it will be very hard for me to get everything that I need with resin. But if they bring that to plastic, all the easier. Also, speaking of resin, one of the interesting rumors that I've heard recently, and remember, rumors are lies until they've been proven by Games Workshop themselves. This isn't the rumor, this is just Games Workshop news. They're building a new factory section. What the rumor is this new section of the factory is for their big scale items. For instance, the Warhound Titan is what I'm hearing, that it's going to be making things that large. And like, if that comes out to be true, I am going to find somebody who will buy my kidney and selling my kidney so I can buy a plastic Warhound. Well, it's a big decision. Plus, like, I've had 3 groups fall through, and if you can't find a good group, it's hard. So cool that you're getting into it, but remember to not overburden yourself. because I've seen several people just go absolutely ham. Buy up, I think the max or the record is dude bought $5,000 worth of stuff and then had to sell most of it, and he sold at a loss. Very true. So one thing you can do to make it kind of profitable, and I do this some of the time, you can buy kits you wouldn't normally use, and then you can paint them and put them up on eBay. Like, if you remember seeing the Leviathan box, the lieutenant with combi weapon, I don't really use lieutenants. So I wasn't really ever going to use that particular model. So I painted it up in the Raven Guard delivery, and I sold it. And it paid for the Space Marine half of that box. I wasn't expecting that to go that high. Because I just put it up on the bidding, and a little bidding war happened, and I put it for $50, and it went for 100 and something. Where is my gnome oil? There it is. Oh yeah, definitely. I've got the Elegoo Jupiter SE or Saturn SE, whichever, I can't remember. And it works very nicely. Remember, shade work covers... Yeah, very true, because Games Workshop terrain is ridiculous. But, as I was saying, shade work covers a multitude of sins. I forgot part of the silver. Because there's this bracket here that's where the banner pole crosses and holds together. But folks, I am being signaled that it is time to go start checking out this aurora that's supposed to be swinging this way. So thank you so much for joining me. And if you would like, follow me. That would mean a whole lot. And I will see you on the next time. You have a wonderful day or wonderful night, and I will see you on the hobby trail. Thank you so much. I will see you next time.